So we're joined by Rob Jupp from Brightstar Financial. Welcome, Rob. No stranger to the Expo. You were at London, you're also a keynote speaker later today. What is it you enjoy about the Expos?
Well, this is the first time FSE has come to Manchester, so the inaugural event, and it's a great opportunity for us to engage with brokers to the north of the UK and the Midlands that we probably wouldn't engage with normally. So it's a great commitment for us to come up here, to spend time talking to brokers, some of which we'll know and others that we don't know.
What I wanted to know is about the regulation by the FCA that came in April this year. Is it going to change the second charge loan market, do you think, in the coming months? What's your opinion?
I think it has already changed the market for the good, actually. It's the biggest shake-up probably for a decade in that sector. So there's been a lot of glad tiding and concerns and nervousness, of which it's not really amounted to anything. I mean, we talked about the Millennium Bug, do you remember that, back in 1999? And the concern that, on the 31st of December, everything was going to go horribly wrong, the whole of the world would shut down. And to a much lesser case, is what people said about FCA regulation. But it's been fine, it's been very fair, and we're really looking forward to working with the FCA on a regular basis now.
And with regards to the intermediaries, what challenges do you think they're going to face with the change in market, and how can the industry alleviate these issues, do you think?
So effectively, they just simply need to ensure that they have the relevant permissions within their FCA permissions to do second charges. It's as simple as that. There's nothing more complicated than that. And if they haven't done that already, they really need to do it now. Yeah.
What advice can you give advisors to help them adapt to the new regulatory landscape then?
Well, advisors are used to regulation. I mean, they've been involved in regulation for as long as they've been doing mortgages and financial services. So there's really nothing to worry about. The bigger challenges, I think, are to the distributors that this may be the first time they've ever been regulated by the FCA. So there's more of a concern perhaps for them than there is for intermediaries. Intermediaries get regulation, they're faced with it every day.
And with regards to the recent reports that are showing the bridging market is reaching £2.5 billion. Do you think we're seeing a peak in the market, or do you think it'll continue to grow with the booming buy-to-let?
Yeah, that's one of those disingenuous figures. Nobody really knows how big the short-term market is in the UK. 2.5 is the latest estimate. Some say it could be slightly bigger than that, others say it will be slightly smaller, but I think 2.5 billion per annum is a good litmus test. And listen, it will continue to grow all the time that banks continue not to lend. Most short-term loans are done to SMEs that can't access the type of finance they need to do development loans, to do refurbishments, etc., etc. A very small, tiny percentage of it is done for regulated customers acquiring properties, chain breaks, etc., etc. So yeah, I still think there's some longevity. I mean, I'm also chairman of a national association, the AOBP, and we recently did an online poll about how long most of our members felt that bridging had before it started to retract. And the overwhelming majority said at least 3 years from now before it starts to retract. 3 years in this market is a lifetime.
On a personal note, mortgage personality of the year 2012, are you in the running for 2014 or not?
Well, you know what, I think that's one of those that you should only win once, so I should be able to dine off that for a few years, but it was a great achievement, and I'm delighted to have won.
Yeah, well done on that. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.